From the studios at Bossier Parish Community College, this is BPCC News.
Hi, I'm Caleb Moore.
And I'm Miranda Mahmood. Thanks for tuning in to BPCC News.
The Bossier Parish Community College Theater Program and the Cavalier Players announced the cast and crew of the Broadway musical Fantasy Seussical the Musical. The show was adapted from the books and stories of Dr. Seuss. Show dates run through October the 23rd. Performances will be held in the BPCC Performing Arts Theater located in Building C. Each student gets a free ticket, and you can get one discounted at $10 for a friend. Regular price tickets are $15 and may be purchased by calling 318-678-6021.
The Foreign Language Lab is open in Building G, Room 206 for students wishing to utilize the computers and headphones to study French or Spanish. Printing of foreign language assignments is available. The lab hours are Monday and Wednesday, 2 to 3 p.m., and Tuesday and Thursday, 2:30 to 3:30 p.m.
Bossier Parish Community College announces a ceramic art exhibit featuring works by local ceramist Amanda J. Ebarb on display now through October 21st in the Donna Service Gallery located in Building A. The gallery is free and open to the public from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Necromancer Haunted House is now open for the 2016 season. Face your fears tonight with creatures lurking the darkness of the asylum. Necromancer is located across the CenturyLink Center. Hours are 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays with hours 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Select Sundays and Thursdays and a blackout night from 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. Halloween night. You can purchase your tickets at the door or online at necromancer.com.
The Writing Lab is open today in Building G, Room 219, for all students of all disciplines. Faculty tutors are available by appointment, and a computer lab is open to all students with a writing assignment. Printing is also available. Lab hours are Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Friday hours are 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and students can use Canvas to see available appointment times and schedule their own tutoring sessions.
The BPCC Intramurals program will sponsor an open rec time on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 12 p.m. to 12:45 in the BPCC gym for students, faculty, and staff to shoot hoops, play ping pong, and much more. A valid BPCC student ID and proper athletic attire is required for students to participate. For more information, contact Ashley Grisham at agrisham@bpc.edu.
Auditions for the BPCC Christmas show will be held at 6:30 p.m. on Monday, October 17th in the BPCC Performing Arts Theater. This annual event to be held at the Bossier Civic Center on Wednesday, November 30th and Thursday, December 1st will be a wonderful evening of holiday cheer featuring the Cavalier Band Show, BPCC Choir, BPCC Cheerleaders, and many more BPCC Performing Arts groups. Santa is also likely to make an appearance. You won't want to miss out.
The Office of Student Life and the BPCC Student Government Association sponsors an annual talent show that is open to all currently enrolled BPCC students. The talent show will be held on Saturday, October 29th at 6 p.m. in the BPCC Theater in Building C. The final interest meeting will be held on Wednesday, October 19th at 1 p.m. in Building F, Room 220. The deadline to enter is at 4:30 p.m. the same day. Well, it looks like it's going to cool down a little bit this weekend.
After the break, we'll check in with Terry Hawkins for this week's weather forecast.
Mercy Ships is bringing services to countries that would otherwise never be able to access those services.
We just see people that need help. You realise that they have no way of getting help, and I want them to know that they're loved.
Tornadoes, hailstorms, floods, hurricanes, wildfires, natural disasters happen just about every day somewhere in the U.S. And when the danger passes, victims are faced with rebuilding their homes, repairing their roofs, or replacing their vehicles. The last thing they need is a fraudster taking advantage of them, trying to get their insurance money and leaving them even worse off. We urge you to be careful who you deal with after a disaster. Contractors who show up right away and try to pressure you into signing a contract or paying for repairs in advance may be scam artists looking for a quick payoff with no intention of doing the repairs or completing the job. Work with your insurance company, know who you're dealing with, and get more than one estimate. And never pay in full up front. Don't allow anyone to pressure you into something you may end up regretting. Remember, if you didn't request it, reject it. And if you suspect fraud, call us at 1-800-TEL-NICB, a public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
Someone had fun today. Hey, sweetheart, everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. How's our little guy doing?
Now I lay me down to sleep.
Looks like I'm stuck working late tonight. Probably won't be home until closer to 8.
Oh, that's okay. I have got a laundry list of emails to send out.
I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
Yeah, he did great. We had so much fun today.
If I die before I wake,
Try over and
Hello and welcome back to another BPCC Weather. I'm your host, Terry Hawkins. Now let's check our surrounding areas for today. We have a 68 in Marshall, down here a 76 in Nacogdoches, up here a 63 in Texarkana, in the middle of 70 in Bossier and Shreveport. Over here we have a 70 in Minden, 72 in Ruston, and finally an 80 in Natchitoches. Now let's check our 5-day forecast, see what's on the way. As you see outside, it is raining, 4% chance. A little chilly out, so you better have your coats on. 77 for the high, 68 for the low. And tomorrow, the rain's going to continue with a 20% chance. 87 for the high, 64 for the low. Ongoing for the rest of the week, the rain's going to stop. 88 for the high on Sunday, 65 for the low. And on Monday, 88 for the high and 67 for the low. And finally on Tuesday, 88 for the high, 67 for the low. Well, that's all from me. I'm Terry Hawkins, back to the news desk.
We have some updates for the LSU versus Florida game.
Let's check in with Greg Johnson for the latest in sports.
Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in for BPCC Sports. I'm Greg Johnson. The Lady Cavs basketball team will tip off the season against at home on November 1st. The face-off against Baton Rouge Community College. Tip-off is at 5:30 p.m. And November 8th, they will host against Southern University of Shreveport. The game will start at 5:30 p.m. Well, back in LSU last week, the LSU and Florida game was postponed by Hurricane Matthew. The two schools and the SEC came to an agreement on yesterday. LSU will host Florida on November 19th in Tiger Stadium. Both teams had games scheduled that day against non-FCS and non-SEC games. Both schools bought out those opponents to reschedule the game. So with this year's game being in Baton Rouge, LSU will head to the Gators at the Swamp for 2017 and 2018. Well, high school football is about to wrap up the season. After tonight, it'll be just 3 games left in the regular season. So here's some of the local games to go out to see tonight. We got Washington versus Parkway, Halton versus Airlawn, Fair Park versus Benton, Bolger versus Minden, Captain Shreve versus Evangel, Southwood versus Bird, Red River versus Calvary, Green Oaks versus Mansfield, North Webster versus Loyola, and Northwood versus North DeSoto. Good games tonight. So once again, guys, I'm Greg Johnson at BPCC Sports. I hope you have a blessed weekend. Back to the news desk.
An election is held each fall to select a homecoming court to be presented at the homecoming basketball game, which is held during the spring semester. The court consists of a king and queen, 3 sophomore maids, and 3 freshman maids. The sophomore candidate receiving the highest number of votes serves as the queen. All homecoming court members are expected to participate in homecoming activities. The first of the 3 interest meetings will be held on Tuesday, October 18th at 12:30 p.m. in Building F, Room 220.
Student Government Association meetings are held on Tuesdays at 3:30 p.m. in Building F, Room 220, and are open to all currently enrolled BPCC students. SGA members are required to attend.
The BPCC Culinary Arts Program offers a buffet on Tuesday nights from 5 to 6:30 p.m. in Building F. This week's menu features French onion soup, mashed potatoes, braised cabbage, and sourdough bread. For dessert, there is a chocolate mousse. This cost is $7 per person, and to-go boxes are available. The buffet is open to the public.
So, Miranda, you play any Pokemon Go?
I haven't, been too active with the Pokemon Go, but I have some friends that play it.
Yeah, I know. It seems like it's like a huge craze these days.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah, we asked some BPCC students what they thought about the newest app craze going around, Pokemon Go.
I'm Celeste Brewer. We're here at BPCC. We're interviewing students and staff members on their opinions on Pokemon Go. We all know students from young to old play Pokemon Go, and we want to see what the craze is all about. So let's go.
My name is Tiffany Sandifer, and I'm the program coordinator here at Student Life at Bossier Parish Community College. I wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about what we do in the office with Pokemon Go. A few weeks ago, we decided it would be really fun if we did a promotion where it engaged our students into the Pokemon Go and on campus. And so one thing we found is everyone around the city loves to play Pokemon Go, and it's getting people to make new friends, and we thought, what better way than to get the students to interact? So we had noticed that there was a Pikachu on campus, and as you know, he's a little elusive. So we made a contest that if anybody could find Pikachu and they could screenshot him on campus, and they brought it up to us, we would give them a prize package. And sure enough, we had 2 guys. They looked for Pikachu for about a week, and they found him, and they actually found him downstairs in the student lounge. I think he must have been taking a break between classes.
Hi, I'm William Price, and I think Pokemon Go is a very good attempt to get the gamer community to leave their homes. The game is definitely a good shot at bringing Pokemon into the real world for people who've always wanted it.
It allows people to get out and walk and exercise. It's more of a teenager type thing. Kids, because you got to walk around the neighborhood and traffic and the dangers of being picked up by predators and stuff like that. So I'd kind of recommend it more towards the teenagers that have the ability to walk out and can more defend themselves, and alert people of danger.
It's like really fun. It makes you walk a lot, and so I don't usually walk a lot, but I do now. So like I've lost probably like 175 pounds in the last month.
It's my childhood video game that I love to life.
Well, that's all we have today for Pokemon Go. And remember, don't Pokemon Go and drive. Thank you. I'm Celeste Brewer.
Now let's check in with Nathaniel Bollier to take a look at what happened on this day in history.
Hi, thank you for tuning in to another installment of BPCC's very own segment, Today in History. I'm your host, Nathaniel Bollier, here to bring you the scoop on some of the cool things that happened this day in history, October the 14th. First up on this day in 1888, in England, the experimental film Roundhay Garden Scene was shot. It was shot by Louis D. Prince and is the oldest surviving motion picture. That's really cool. Next up on this day in history, 1926, the book Winnie the Pooh by A.A. Milne was on debut. And I don't have to mention how much of a household name this show created from the book is today. Yeah. Then on this day in history, 1936, the first Social Security Board, or SSB, was opened in Austin, Texas. The board's office then took over assigning Social Security numbers from there. Lastly, on this day in history, on some peace news, John F. Kennedy first suggested the idea of the Peace Corps. This was also the day that Martin Luther King Jr. was the first and youngest person to receive the Nobel Peace Prize for his nonviolent resistance to prejudice in America. All right, now that I've gone over some of today's history, let's take a look at some celebrity birthdays. First up, let's wish a very happy birthday to Disney Channel TV actress Rowan Blanchard, who turns 15 today. Let's also wish a happy birthday to R&B singer Usher, who turns 38 today. Let's lastly wish a happy birthday to fashion designer Ralph Lauren, who turns 77 today. Alrighty, that's all I have for you today in history. I'm your host, Nathaniel Bollier. Now let's take it back to the news desk.
It's time to join forces. Get energized and fuel up right. Because starting today, every kid in America has a mission. Bring out the action hero in you. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
Once again, thank you all for tuning in to BPCC News. I'm Caleb Moore.
And I'm Miranda Mahmood. Stay tuned for a taste of BPCC.
In constant sorrow.